Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Hurricanes Camp Report. Joe Zagacki, my broadcast partner, Don Bailey Jr., former center and team captain of the University of Miami. When you were the center, you had Jim Kelly as your quarterback, you guys would run the football. And the Hurricanes this year are going to try to run the football.
That they are, Joe, because it makes it a lot easier on that quarterback if you could run it.
Tim Harris Jr. is going to join us on the show. He's got some running backs this year.
That he does. He's got a committee, and that's what Shannon Dawson mentioned, that they are going to have a committee of running backs, and we'll see how that works out.
And Tim Harris also very familiar, of course, with the University of Miami and this area, which really helps in recruiting.
Yeah, I think we're so fortunate to have Coach Harris here. He was an All-American at the University of Miami, right there on the track, won numerous All-American honors, and is doing a phenomenal job with the running backs.
All right, Tim Harris Jr. joins us next on our Hurricanes Camp Report.
Don Bailey with Tim Harris Jr., University of Miami running back coach. But, Coach, before we get into this running back game, how many times were you an All-American here?
4 times.
4 times?
4 times, yeah.
Now, how does that happen?
Hey, man, it's a lot of hard work. A lot of hard work with Coach Mike Ward and Coach Damon Griffiths. They did well by me. Pushed me in practice every day, and you know it all started back at Northwest Express Track Club with Coach Jesse Holt, though. That's where I started my track career, and then going all through high school and getting here with those guys, everything was just great. Worked out.
Does your room know that you're a 4-time
All-American?
They
know.
I'm glad. I'm glad
sure they know.
And in the Hall of Fame, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Now let's talk some Hurricane football. Congratulations on that, man. I don't think we talk about that enough, by the way.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Tell us what you're looking for out of your room. Coach Dawson mentioned earlier. He says, "I don't mind a committee. These backs get hit a lot. They get hit. They're dragged down. It's a tough position." What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I agree with Coach Dawson. At the position now, that's kind of what it's kind of gone into. You know, you want a group of guys that bring different things to the table, you know, as far as the skill set, but the mentality of them all, I want that to be the same. You know, I want us to be tough, hard-nosed guys that make plays and that make big plays. But we want to show consistency in every phase of the game as a running back. Running the ball, you know, how we finish, how we catch the ball, and then how we pass protect is just as important as those first 2 things. So
I want to hit on that because everybody thinks it's with the ball that you get determined if you're a great running back. I think when you're coaching that position, it's without the football.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, all these guys that are here, you know, I think when they have the ball in their hands, you know, they're very skillful, and they've always have been. That's the obvious thing, but it's the things that you do without the football that makes you a special player. And as you can see at the highest level, the guys that can do all 3 things very well, those are the most valuable backs at the highest level of this game. So trying to make sure that we train our guys like that every single day here to where they understand the importance of having a positive effect on the play even when you don't have it. You know, that's what I get most excited about. You know, I know they all can run it, you know, and they're going to continue to get pushed to do that. But what you do protecting, you know, how you protect your quarterback, the identification of defense, that's what takes your game to the next level.
Coach, when you're recruiting a running back, what do you look for? What are some of the traits that you look for at that position?
Yeah, the first thing you want to pop off a tape is just natural running ability. So you watch a guy's tape and them being able to, you know, have really good instincts and good vision, seeing things before they happen. Guys that have really good play speed and can finish the long plays, you know, get our offense off the field. But just guys that play with passion, you know, play strong. You got to break tackles on film because you get a lot of high school tape sometimes where guys are running untouched for 70-yard touchdowns for half the film, and you know that's not what this game is going to be at this level. So you want guys to be able to have physicality in their running style, and they can run and break tackles on a consistent basis, be slippery, be elusive in the open field. So you're kind of looking for a guy that can do all that a little bit, and if they can't do everything, you want them to have elite traits in the things that they can do well.
Let's go run down the list. Henry Parrish, Coach, give us an update on how his camp has been.
Henry's done a really good job. Veteran player, you know, you can see his experience every day when you're watching us practice. He does a really good job running the football. He's slippery. He can get his foot in the ground, get the ball vertical, you know, in a hurry. But you watch him in pass protection, and he's not a very big guy. And I think for a guy that's not very big and continuing to get stronger. Where he got to win in that phase is understanding everything, and that's what Henry does a really good job of.
And now the rest of the group, what are you expecting out of them?
I'm expecting really good competition. That's what we've had, throughout training camp. You're watching guys every single day, no matter, guys that have been here. We got some other veteran guys that have been here, and then we got some young guys that have just gotten here this summer that's taking advantage of every rep that they get in camp. And when you're watching us compete, you watch the scrimmage on Saturday, you turn on that tape, and then you watch them today come back out here and be able to keep going, try to keep getting their game to the next level. So it's friendly competition, but they know what's happening. So the pressure's on every single day.
Well, thanks for joining us, Coach. That's Don Bailey with Tim Harris Jr., 4-time All-American at the University of Miami.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Don.
All right.
All right, we are with the guy that I think is going to benefit from the running game this year, and that is quarterback Tyler Van Dyke. Let's start there. Your running game, you got a lot of different running backs this year to hand the ball to.
Yeah, definitely have a deep room there. A lot of guys that can make good plays and, make guys miss in space. So I'm very excited to have all those guys. Not only can they run the ball, they can catch out of the backfield too. So I'm very excited to have all those guys on the team, and just looking forward to them seeing them play.
This stuff goes hand in hand. You will enjoy them having a running game because that gets you to your play-action game, right? And in this offense, Coach Dawson likes that play-action deep ball.
Yeah, it definitely goes hand in hand. If you have a good run game, you have a good pass game because defense will come up on the run game and you have those shots over top. So it definitely opens up the explosiveness plays that Coach Dawson's going to call, and just excited to be able to throw the ball down the field.
Okay, yeah, new scheme, third year in a row, new coordinator, but it seems like this one fits you really well. Why do you like this scheme?
Just the freedom he gives you. You change plays, change routes. Like I just said, explosiveness. With the run game, pass game, it all goes hand in hand, so I'm just excited to get the season underway.
You have more weapons maybe this year. I know Restrepo is back. You had great chemistry with him, but get some more speed on the outside.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're deep in that receiver room too. So not only can the ones play, but the twos can play and the threes can play. So all those guys out there that have good speed, good route running, get good separation, and all have good hands. So I'm excited for those guys.
As camp unfolds here, we get closer to kicking the season off. What are some of the things that you want to work on as an offense, and where do you want to get better?
Yeah, just being more consistent. Our defense is good, so I hope they make plays on us too. When we get in the game, you want to be perfect. You want to score on every drive. So just kind of being more consistent, fight through the adversity when things don't go right. I think that's something we struggled with last year, and just got to pick that up this year.
I have to mention you're playing behind right now an enormous offensive line. How is that helping your game?
Yeah, it's definitely good. Matt, with all the experience, understands fronts, defensive calls, and where to slide the protection. Very helpful for me. We're always on the same page. And then you got Javion next to him, all that experience, SEC experience. Nez Cooper, big dude. Jalen Rivers has a lot of experience. And then Francis, the monster out there as a freshman. So very excited to be playing behind those guys.
You did a little transformation also here in the offseason, right? Your body is a little bit different.
Yeah, definitely got leaner.
You're chiseled.
Yeah, got a little leaner. Just got to be able to move a little better than I did last year. Quarterbacks nowadays have to be able to, move around the pocket a little more, move around, make extended plays. So that's something I really focused on this offseason.
You've had some success running the ball when you had to, right?
Yeah, I have. I think I got to do it a little more, though, just to get out of certain situations.
How about leadership this year with this team? You got a whole bunch of new guys, but it also seems like you have a lot of guys with the same mindset. How much does that help, and how much does that help you with your leadership?
Yeah, leadership this year it went from here to here. Last year was not many guys kind of being vocal and whatnot. So definitely this year, a lot more guys are being vocal, a lot more leaders people look up to, especially on the defense side of the ball. So, yeah, it's definitely great to have, a lot more leaders this year that people look up to that set the standard high.
I mentioned a couple of times on these reports that Coach Dawson's offense a couple of years ago at Houston, they were top 10 in the country in time of possession. So while this is an offense that can spread the field and have go fast or slow, whichever you decide, it can possess the football. You can stay on the field.
Yeah, you can. I mean, when we huddle, we're not going super fast. But when we go fast, we go fast. So it's a good mix of switching up the tempos, keeps the defense on their toes, just switches it up a little bit. So, yeah, I love that about the offense, where you can slow down if you need to and go fast if you need to.
And then his third down offensive numbers, career-wise, are really good. So it looks like he had a chance to be a good third down team.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this whole fall camp, we've kind of emphasized that part of the game. And I think overall, in the scrimmage the other day and then throughout fall camp, we've done a great job of converting on third downs.
All right. Thank you very much. We know this about you. You're a tough son of a gun, so
Thank you.
Best of luck this year.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. That's quarterback Tyler Van Dyke joining us on our Hurricanes Camp Report. All right, that running back room, I think, is in pretty good shape. You've got Parrish, you've got Chaney, you've got Fletcher, you've got Allen, you've got Johnson who can really run, and Trevante Citizen still working his way back. So some pretty good guys in that backfield.
A lot of brand name players, and they all bring a little something different. And last year, Miami thought they had too many running backs. They didn't have enough, so the more the merrier.
Okay, for Don Bailey Jr., I'm Joe Zagacki. Thanks for joining us on our Hurricanes Camp Report.